Hey everyone, I'm Sean E, back on video for the first time in quite some time. Been very busy, but finally this is the second part of the Q&A video. So the first part I asked for your questions. In this video I will answer your questions, but before we get to that, I just want to make official the fact that the channel is now going from a video every Sunday and every Thursday to a video every Thursday. Going from 2 videos a week to 1 video a week. I don't have the time to do 2 videos a week anymore. So every Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m., that is the plan. It feels like forever ago that I declared boldly that I would do a video every Sunday and every Thursday for as long as I can. I'm going to try to stick to a schedule of a new video every Sunday and every Thursday. I've been doing that for about 2 years now. Last Sunday was the first Sunday in over a year that I did not upload a video to this channel, so I was sticking to it pretty darn well for about 2 years, but it's over now. Feels like the beginning of a new era, so let's kick it off, this new 1 video a week era of the channel with this Q&A video. Hopefully though, with 1 video a week also I can put more time into the videos, and hopefully overall it'll be a good thing and the channel can continue to grow. So let's get into the Q&A, and thank you all for your questions. So Zeke Halloran asked, what musical artists won't you cover? And I don't really have a good answer for that. There is no artist that I, refuse to cover. There's no artist that I think I hate this artist so much or their music so much I would never cover a song by them. There's really only one important requirement that I need to cover any song. The one universal requirement is that I need to be able, I need to think that I can do a good cover of the song in whatever way I intend to do it. So if I want to play it on piano, I need to be confident, or at least think that I can do a good cover of the song on piano. If I don't think I can do a good cover of the song the way I want to do it, I'm not going to cover it. Besides that, I either need to, 1, really like the song, I need tons of other people to really like the song, or I need to think that doing a cover of it would just be fun for whatever reason. Like the Pokemon Go song I did a cover of. I didn't like the song, tons of people didn't like the song, but it would be fun to cover, and it was fun to cover. So that's really my philosophy with the covers. It's got to be covers that are either going to help the channel grow, or just covers I want to do, or covers that are going to be fun, stuff like that. So there's no artist I refuse to cover, although I will say any song with super explicit, lewd, or obscene lyrics I would not sing, which isn't to say I wouldn't cover it, but I would not sing it. So thanks for the question. Ben Gaming asks, when did you get into Arlo? Arlo is a blue puppet cookie monster looking thing that does some gaming videos on YouTube. He's sort of gives opinion pieces, reviews, stuff like that. He's a very charming character, does great insightful videos, so check him out. That's Arlo. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. Check him out if you like that sort of thing. Ben Gaming, he actually came to this channel from my gaming channel, which has been quiet for a while, so thank you for making the trip across channels and asking me the question. I don't really know when I started watching Arlo. I don't watch too many YouTubers. I don't really watch a wide variety of YouTubers, especially in the gaming niche, because it's not that important to me to watch that much of it. But Arlo is a very entertaining character, and I believe I started watching him this past spring, around the time the Nintendo Switch came out, which was March 3rd. So it was around there. It was before that, but it was sometime in that range. So that's the best answer I've got to that. And Ben Gaming also asked, if you could collab with anyone, who? Who would I collab with? I have 3 answers for this question. First, I would collab, if I could collab with anyone, it might be Stephen Morrissey, because from The Smiths, his voice is so wonderful, so fantastic. I would just love to hear it over some instrumentation that I write and that I make. That would be super fun. That'd be very awesome. So if I could collab with anyone, that would be my first answer, Stephen Morrissey. If I could collab with any YouTuber, I would have to pick PewDiePie, because that would just basically be overnight success and would give me more negotiating power to collab with a wide variety of other YouTubers. So PewDiePie would be my first choice among YouTubers. And then my third choice, and I put these sort of all in different categories. This is sort of 3 different ways of answering the question. I would really love to collaborate with Ben Watts, who goes by Liz Unfair for his solo musical work. And nobody knows who this guy is. He has a YouTube channel called Burned Out Still Glowing. Doesn't really upload much of anything to it, although there is some stuff on there. I'll put a link to that in the description, but most of his stuff is on Bandcamp. I'll put a link to that too in the description. It's like lizunfair.bandcamp.com, however Bandcamp organizes its URLs. I don't remember off the top of my head, but his music is so damn good. It's ridiculous. There's, I think, at least myself, there's a very particular type of music that I absolutely love, and I didn't quite know what it was, I don't think. But Liz Unfair, Ben Watts, whatever you want to call him, his names confuse me. So I think he scratches my particular musical itch, perhaps better than any other music I've ever heard in my life. So it is really good. I love his music so much. He's got a good few albums out, some EPs. Check it all out. I could give you a specific recommendation, but just check it all out. If you can, pay him for the albums. It's name your price. You can download them for free, but it's so good. If you can, buy the albums. I haven't yet, though I've listened to them all. I certainly will pay the money for them at some point because it's so good. I've listened to them so much. Check him out. I would love to work with him. His music's great, and it's insane how no one in the world seems to know about him. Check his music out. Links in the description. It's so good, and I'm definitely going to do a cover of his music at some point. One of his songs. Could be the next video. Who knows? I know a lot of them I've taught myself, because of course there's no chords or tabs for his music anywhere, so you just got to teach it to yourself, which is great practice. But I'll definitely cover one at some point. Check his music out. It's so good. So that's my answer to that. My 3 answers. And then lastly, and I don't know if I'm gonna butcher the name, but apologies if I do, Anastasia Ivanovic asks, how hard is playing bongos? Which is a bit of a tough question to answer for me. It'd be easier if I was sort of more well-trained and knowledgeable about drums and playing drums, but I'm not. And that comment was on my video, my first time playing bongos. So what you saw in that video was my first time playing the bongos. I had just gotten them out of my box. And I've been playing music for around 10 years or so, so that's what it looks like when I've played a lot of different instruments, and that's what it looks like when someone who's done that for 10 years plays bongos first time. I don't really remember the video that well, but as far as how hard it is, I mean, if you haven't played any music before or done any dancing or rhythm keeping, beat keeping, stuff like that, I imagine it would be a medium challenge, would be my guess. I don't really know. But if you have been playing music for a good while, some amount of time, you're decently good at some instrument, it probably wouldn't be too challenging, probably be a lot of fun. But I think some musicians just don't enjoy every instrument, and it's a good thing that those musicians are around. Otherwise, we wouldn't have musicians that really stick super hard to one instrument. I happen to enjoy playing every instrument I've ever touched. I've really enjoyed playing. So for me, drums and guitar and piano, everything, it's all very fun to play. But you might find you don't even like playing the drums. Who knows? Hopefully you do. I think it's a fairly nice, easy drum to get into playing the bongo, but I don't have tons of percussion experience. Most of my percussion experience is with pens, tapping on a desk, which I was very into at one point and very good, I think, at it, and I broke it down to quite a science. And it was a lot of fun, but that was how I got most of my percussion in before I played any drums of any sort. I had a drum set at one point, but it sucked, so I got rid of it. But now for my percussion, I really spend most of my time on the bongos and the djembe. Hand drums are a lot of fun. So I mean, if you have some rhythm in you, if you got some beat in you, and you can make and keep and construct a beat, I think you'd have a pretty easy time getting a pair of bongos and just banging away and having a good time. But that's about all I have to say for that. Get a pair. Bongos aren't too pricey. Of course, you can go to a music store and sit down and try banging around on them and see if it seems like something you'd want to sit down and do more often. But you could get a cheap pair. Mine were like $60. And I think they're a decent pair of bongos, so you could probably get a pair much cheaper than that. You definitely could, but there's some bongos are very bad. You probably wouldn't even want to bother with them. Just like the drum set I got. It wasn't even worth bothering. It was more of an inconvenience than anything. But at any event, that's the Q&A video. Let me know if you have any more questions. I could do another one sometime if you guys wanted. But for now, I'd like to get back into music, taking, cover videos, original songs, the way things used to be, but cut in half, but twice as good. Subscribe for new videos every Thursday at 6. None on Sunday. Check out my math channel if you fancy, and I'll see you next time. Dancing in so contemplative.
next spot my foot should